we started out this lower body session with just some basic skips, hops, jumps, just getting everything prepped, ready to go, getting used to the concrete, getting used to these shoes. I got to get some better shoes for running on the pavement. I have these old basketball shoes. They're just hard as a rock, it felt like. But again, straight leg bound, prime times, get everything going, some dribbling, and just working on, again, preparing the body. And the best way to get ready to sprint is to sprint. So just build up to where we're ready to go 100%. Again, I do early morning, so it takes me a little bit longer to get ready. I did some lacrosse ball tosses. That one obviously didn't work very well. Toss the ball, go get it, toss it again, and try to catch it and forget to catch it. Then we just build up to 30-yard, build to a 10-yard fly. All right, just finished up with our sprints. Not the best day. I don't know. Just some days you just don't have it. Barely got up to upper 19 miles an hour. Not even 20 today, so nothing special. I was getting close to 21 on Saturday. I think it was the last time I was at the track. I was out on blacktop today, so I don't know. Blacktop's hard, but again, just getting different surfaces. I don't always like running on blacktop. Just save a little bit less wear and tear. Whereas if I run on grass, even the track, you run on the track, you feel yourself kind of getting that spring forward. I guess that's why they build the tracks the way they do, so you get the little harder surface, but it's soft enough and it gives you kind of that rebound, that spring. But again, still get the sprints in, still go fast as you can. That's what sprinting is. Doesn't matter where you're at. Start where you are, get to where you're going to be. And it's finally starting to get nice out, so start getting outside and start sprinting. I don't care if you're 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 60s. Get out and sprint. It is the best exercise I think you can do for yourself. And it's not gassers. That's not sprinting. That's just conditioning and beating yourself down. Is there a place for that? Sure, maybe. But sprinting is going as fast as you can, give yourself rest, and then doing it again. And meet yourself again where you're at. It might not be doing, I did 30-yard builds in a 10-yard fly today. It might not be doing that. It might just be doing a 5-yard sprint to start, 5, 6 hard steps to start. Might be pushing a sled sprints to start. A hill's a great way to start, especially because you can get outside. It doesn't have to be a 90-degree hill, 45-degree angle, whatever. A slight slope. Find a sidewalk near your house. Find a shallow hill. Use that to start. Go short, and then as you get more used to it, your body's more prepared and ready to go. Go up, then you start going faster. You'll get faster. You can go a longer distance. Those things. So again, it's meeting yourself where you're at. Use the plyos, use the hops, use the jumps to prep your body for sprinting. But if you live in a nice area where it gets nice out in the summer, utilize that to your advantage. Stop staying inside all the time. I know I'm going to move all my stuff out into the garage probably this weekend, hopefully. If not, early next week, so we can get out there. Summer's here, so get outside and start actually lifting with the garage door open. Get some actual fresh air, get some sun more often. There's nothing better than training outside. Again, in the winters in Wisconsin it sucks, but we got the nice summers that we can take advantage of. So get outside, start sprinting. So now we are inside. We're going to do our clean complex. We're going to do a hang power, followed right up with a hang clean. Again, I got to get better at the clean, the dropping. I have that, I don't know, whatever the mechanism is in my mind that's telling me to stop. And I think it's that athletic thing where you stop, that athletic stance where you don't want to get caught in a deep squat, whereas in the full clean, you want to melt to the ground. I got to get better at that. So we're going to pair that with our horizontal and vertical jumps. So our horizontal, again, we're going to do a depth drop into a double broad jump. We'll measure that, see how far we can go. And then we're going to go outside. We're going to do the single leg lateral jumps over the small hurdles into its 1, 2, 3, 4 rapid, and then right into a vertical forward single leg jump over the bigger yellow hurdle. So again, I like that variation. It's combining, going lateral, changing direction, and then right to the forward. So this week we're going to go both sides. So we're going to get that way too, not just going the inner medial way. So we are going to start with cleans, just work our way up, warm up a little bit until we find a decent weight. Again, not heavy on these. I want these to be fast and explosive. Gotta go get the over device and track these, so it's that. Now we are going to move on to our squat for the day. We are going to do a safety bar oscillatory squat. So we're going to drop down quick, 3 little bounces at the bottom, and then explode up. So not super heavy, just working on getting deep. I need to work on getting deeper in my squats, and I want to work on getting out of the hole. I think that adding the oscillatory helps you sit deep and helps you build some power, help build some momentum, and exploding out of that. So it's sticking in that bottom range for a little bit. You could just do a straight up iso hold too. It's another good way to do it. Or start from a dead stop there. But I like the oscillatory, get a little bounce. Help kind of with the theme of the day is kind of be bouncy, be springy. The sprints, the max effort, max velo sprints, the single leg bouncy jumps, the depth drop jumps, bouncing off the ground, those quick ground contacts. Kind of doesn't make that much of a difference. I don't know. Who really knows? You can read all those studies, but the best study is to study yourself and experiment with yourself. So I did the front squats last week. I'm going to do a safety bar this week, just to get a little bit more, add a little bit more weight. I already got a little load on the front squats with the cleans. So again, we're going to drop down the bottom, bounce on that. Out, not a ton of sets. We'll see how we feel, see how the speed is coming out of there. Just working out and getting out of that hole, exploding out of that hole rather than, that's where most people get stuck on the squat, is down at the bottom. And then we're going to mix in our spinal movement, which is going to be just that single arm cobra hang. So it's really letting the side bend, hanging with the one arm on the ring, trying to let the side, the rib cage, the spine move and bend, and breathing in that just iso hold there for 20 or so seconds. So that's what we'll get going, put some weight on here, and we'll get moving here. only problem in here is it's so narrow. This bar is like a little bit longer than a regular barbell, so it's tough to squeeze the, especially if I use the bumper plates. So, but we make do with what we got. Don't need a fancy gym. You don't need fancy equipment to get fancy results. You just need you, some effort, some intent, and some good, consistent habits. Oh. Finishing up here, just a few things left. We're going to hit a couple sets of single leg RDL. So we got my back leg up on the pad here. Just single leg RDL. Heavy, but we want to try and be as explosive on the way up as possible. Not going super, just going 5 reps each leg. Then we're going to do some long duration extreme isos. We're going to go splits, so just the front splits. So we're going to shoot 3 minutes each leg out. Then we're going to go even more, get even hippier. Grease the hips good with the HBK squat iso hold. So get out to the side, really get the groin feeling good and greasy there. So start with the RDLs.